Something I think I'll never do, but never say never, is that if this stuff ever gets me popular, I don't think I'll show up on any show. I won't go to any awards ceremony where people give me award or any of that, because it'll be one more thing that I might regret. You know, I would. I think I'll. That's part of the reason why I just don't want to really know who watches this, or who gets it. Or I think performers don't really like to talk to fans, um, mainly because you can get too popular for something, and then it becomes kind of a curse, whatever it is that you made. And I know there are going to be some things that people are going to resonate with, and some things that they won't. And it'll always be with the things I never expected them to resonate with. However, there is that one video that I've got, a VR 180, where I'm telling people how to deal with electric carts, and that was something I thought was kind of cute. And it always gets a chuckle out of the people who have to ride those carts. But I went and looked through the comments, and somebody was complaining about how the electric carts always tend to be not well uh, um, powered up, and that's always a problem with those things. But I really made that for the bag boys, because you know um, if you put it in perspective of how it will make it so much better for them, that they get into a process of bringing electric carts off the lot, they'll give their legs a rest, a much needed rest, which your boss won't give you the opportunity when you're working at Kroger's as a bag boy. You will not get any time to sit down, because if you sit down, people will take that to mean that you're lazy. And so what bag boys tend to do at Kroger is they tend to go around back and sit down, because the boss can't see them back there. Or we had one bag boy, he was like 13 years old, and he'd go across the street to the 7-Eleven, get something to drink and something to eat. And they eventually got rid of him. But the thing is that as a bagger, um, I did at times end up on the lot, spending way too much time on the lot. Um, and but the thing was is that um, I didn't really depend on the job for money. I did for a time, but not to the extent where I was really having to live off of that job. And someone even told me, you can't trust this job to help you. I mean, you can't this is not a living wage. And I knew it wasn't, but it was all I could do at that point. And then whenever I got this trust that supported me, I could actually do the job and not really think about how much it was paying me. But I looked at all the other people that were trying to live with this as a living wage, and you can't. And nobody should ever put the burden on those people, on the people that work those jobs, that it is a it is work, but they shouldn't put on it that it's worthwhile. It is not. It's torture. I think it's really that they don't pay people well enough. And if you don't pay people well enough, then the job they have, they really don't. You're basically holding on to somebody that's temporary. You don't have employees. You have people who are giving time and kind of regretting it all the way. And you're not going to get professionals. I tried to create the perception of a professional bag boy, not a professional in that I tried to do everything they required of me of that job, but professional in that I tried to give what I think was good service. And the customer never really was concerned about how I was bagging their groceries. They always expected the person at the end of the table not to be of have um, any amount of smarts or anything. They even have a degree. They wouldn't consider it, and um, and I spoke out with politics and religion just to spite them, just to break out of the mold of what they expected. It wasn't really that I wanted to bring religion and politics to the table, but I knew that nobody had done this before with that job, and I used it to kind of bring it through to people, that the person at the end of the table may not be who you think it is. It may not, it could be Jesus. I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but you don't know where Jesus is going to come in and who he's going to play. And he'll come to you and you will never know it. You know. And that's the thing, is that you don't know where you're going to be tested and how, and it won't hit you until later, and you go, oh, wow, that was kind of bizarre, and now I kind of get it.